let's look at who has Daniel Jones had to throw the ball to in his career. He's had Darren Waller for these first couple games this season, right? Can you name another player who, like I mean, you can name other players like Kenny Galladay. You can name players, but who is better than some of the guys the Patriots have right now, right? I got this pulled up. Juju Smith-Schuster, I would say I don't think Daniel Jones has thrown to a guy better than him. Devontae Parker, I kind of like Devontae Parker. He was out for on the Dolphins for a while. I don't know if they've had a better receiver than him. Jones has thrown to Mike Gesicki, Hunter Henry. That's current. That's their Patriots' current receiving core right now. And I would say those guys might be better than anyone Jones has thrown to his whole. Daniel Jones has thrown to his whole career potentially.
Yeah.
Other than this season, Darren Waller. That's tough. It's tough both ways. But that is a tough look for Mac. Even Jacoby Myers for Juju Smith-Schuster last season, right? Like that. That's even enough. I think he's probably better. Like the Patriots and Mac Jones have both of these past 2 seasons. The offense has been anti-clutch. Even if they can put together a drive or two and look okay, they've been the opposite of clutch. And they get the opportunities. The defense puts them in positions to win. They're being put. The team is the coaching, right? Potentially greatest coach of all time, right? Bill Belichick, right? That's who's coaching Mac Jones. Yes, he's not a quarterback guy, but he had Tom Brady for quite a while. Versus the revolving door that Daniel Jones has had to deal with. As well as I think the Pats offensive line is bad, but the Giants offensive line is worse. Andrew Thomas, the potentially only good guy on the offensive line, is out and has not played yet this season. And Evan Neal, I'm going to send you a message in the chat here, which obviously other people can't see. Watch this play. Watch this play real quick. Obviously, the fans can't see it here, but Evan Neal, for 7th overall pick last year, has played terribly. I think he was one of the lowest rated rookie tackle last season. This season, out of 4 games, he is ranked 68th overall in tackles. That's backup level. There are backups being rated better than him because there's two tackles, right? 2 tackles, 32 teams. That's 64. He isn't even the best backup tackle in the league. Is how he's playing, and that's what they're dealing with. That play I showed right there was him completely. If anything, he was blocking Darren Waller. If anything, he was blocking someone on his team and left someone wide open to go sack one of Daniel Jones' apparently 10 sacks. Not that there isn't been wacky stuff for Mac as well, but that's why I think I had to go with Daniel Jones. He's also more athletic, right? And the athleticism, Mac Jones kind of stands the box. Yeah, he scrambled before, but Daniel Jones is a guy who can give you 80 yards rushing a game. Not that he's doing it all the time, but he can. It's part of his game. Obviously, my real answer is neither, but yeah,
sure.
I'll say.
But you're saying Jones is worse than when I say one? Jones. You're saying Mac Jones is worse. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying maybe. I'm saying before this, people wouldn't have wanted to think that, but he's had a lot. This is his 3rd year now. This is his 3rd year. Yeah, they're not giving him a whole lot, but I would say the Patriots give him more than Daniel Jones has gotten. He's got better coaching other than last year, Daboll having a great season. He's gotten more than that.
It's
the past couple of years.
It's funny that these guys have the same last name because you start looking at the comparisons. We'll get to like this season in the last 4 games, but career wise, Mac Jones 66% completion percentage. Career Daniel Jones 64%. Mac Jones 6.9 yards attempt career. Daniel Dimes 6.6 yards. Okay. Mac Jones career TD to interception ratio 1.46. Okay. Daniel Jones's 1.87. That's with rushing TDs though. So if you take that out, it's actually 1.5. So they're really close without the rushing. Daniel Jones obviously a better rusher, but if you put in the rushing 1.8, and very similar passer ratings. Statistically, Daniel Jones has a larger sample size, but their stats look almost exactly the same career-wise. This year alone, Daniel Jones on paper is a lot worse, although he's played what I would say that they played similar defenses. They both played the Cowboys. Giants played the 49ers. Patriots played the Eagles. So,
Yeah,
it's close, but
yeah.
this year, Daniel Jones's stats are considerably worse. He only has 2 TDs, three if you count rushing, and 6 interceptions, whereas at least Mac Jones has 5 TDs and 4 interceptions. So, he's got at least more TDs than turnovers. So there's that. So right off the bat, I'd say Jones is playing better this year. And in
Yeah.
terms of that, I think you might be right that over the period of time that Daniel Jones has been playing, the Giants have given him less for longer. But I also say that the reason Tom Brady left the Patriots was because he didn't have enough weapons there. He felt like he couldn't win there. Now you're going to ask Mac Jones to win? Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever, right? So like if he didn't think that there was enough there, how is Mac Jones supposed to succeed? Also, the offensive coordinator situation is worse than anything I think that Daniel Jones has dealt with in the coaching realm last
Yeah.
year. So I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say I think that Mac Jones is better. I think he's playing better this year, and it's tough. It's like you said. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously
He's
neither of
also
them are
younger.
playing great, but it's crazy because people like people like myself. We sometimes I wonder like should we have paid Dak? Should we have just let Dak go? What is going on with Dak? If you look at Dak's career numbers, like I said, these guys were floating around one and a half TDs per interception. Dak's at over 2.5. If you count rushing, it's closer like to 2.8 TDs to every interception. His passer rating is better. He like
Yeah.
he's sort of like a much better Daniel Jones because he has that rushing, not as much anymore, but he used to. So it's crazy where it's like Dak Prescott gets a lot of flack, and then you see these guys. Can these guys with a really great team and surrounding cast, could they probably win? I think so, but that's not what the situation is for either of them. And so that's why
Yeah.
they're playing like they are.
Yeah, yeah, and I think one other note with what you're saying about Mac is other benefits and with the contract stuff is Mac is also younger. It's only his third year of his rookie deal. He has still more time on his rookie deal to sort of see how it all plays out. And he's just cheaper, right? He's even forgetting about the rookie deal aspect. He's young, like I mentioned that for the youth, the potential the potential to grow, that sort of aspect.
Yeah.
But he's also costs less. He isn't costing 40 million a year or whatever Daniel Jones is costing. He's on getting to the end of, but he's on a rookie contract. Is also a big aspect that both of those things are why realistically I would probably rather have Mac Jones on the team for reasons like that and for the hope. But yeah, but I could see why a Giants fan who's still believing in Danny Dimes would. I can see how you can get mad at the team and how you can really put stuff on the team and stuff like that. I can looking into it a bit. I could see some of those arguments.
It's a
But
toss up on who's really worse, but when you, like you're saying, if you took the contracts into account, it's not even close. I mean, it's all the cap hit for Mac Jones is like 4 million or 5 million
yeah,
this year,
yeah,
and for
yeah,
Daniel Jones, it's
for
35, I believe. Or no, the cap
yeah,
hit's 15. He's getting paid 35, but the cap hit's 15. But the problem is the cap hit is going to be much over 40
yes,
moving forward. It's going to be
yeah.
47 million next year. And you say Giants don't
Oh,
give him enough help now. Well, all of a sudden they're going to be
oh,
paying him 3 times as much. You think that he's going to have more help?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, there's something serious
exactly.
wrong with the QB market, which is sort of a different segment. But what should they do? I'm not. I think the Giants have really painted themselves into a corner. They can't get off this contract.
And there's not that
They
much talent on that team, even outside Danny Dimes. It's not like who are the rising stars? Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't think he's having that great of a season this season, but he's a young high pick. But Evan Neal, like I mentioned earlier, they used a seventh overall, hasn't been impressing either of these two seasons. What are some of the other big young talent pieces? You know what I mean?
Saquon,
Like
but
there's not that many.
they tagged
Saquon,
him and he's hurt all the
who
time.
they tagged him, he's hurt, and he's an aging running back. If he was a rookie, if they had just picked Bijan, they just drafted Bijan, that's different. But like, there's not a lot. That's part of the issue. I don't feel like there are a lot of pieces on that team. It doesn't feel like they're a quarterback away. That's how I should put that. It doesn't feel like
No.
they're a team where we could look at the Falcons and say, oh, there's some decent pieces on the Falcons. They just have Desmond the Riddler as quarterback. It's not like a team like that we can point to. I don't think yeah, Danny Dimes is an issue, but I don't think he I don't think fixing him is gonna fix that team. I don't think fixing him will get that team. Yeah, I mean they made the playoffs last year somehow, but I don't know.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And so it's a wonder why they even made the deal. Everyone thought it was crazy at the time. So I think they're stuck. In terms of what the Patriots should do, the Patriots
Mm.
should absolutely trade Mac Jones and begin the tank. I know you love the tank.
The Zapping, big
Put
tank fan. Any team really, not just my team. I mean any team. I'm a
Yeah, any team. Yeah,
big
you
tank
love the
fan.
tank, right? Tank commander. Put Zappy in. Okay, he didn't look great when he played in the fourth quarter last week, but he was all right last year when he played a little bit. Put Zappy in and trade Mac Jones to somewhere that could actually maybe use him. You took the words right out of my mouth. The Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta
Dude,
Falcons, him with all that talent.
that's a great location
You tell me Mac
for
Jones can't
him.
win there? You tell he can't put up numbers?
Ooh, I would love that for Mac. I would love for him. That's because that's a big second chance of plays with a lot of offensive weapons. If he sucks, he sucks, right? Right. If he goes or nothing happens, that's his fault, and it
Yep.
makes it clear. But if he does well, it looks like it's this big turnaround and the image that I bet he's got to be thinking, "Ooh, I want to get traded to the Falcons, not on this sinking ship here." It doesn't even that's the thing. Their defense has been so great, has been able to prop up their record and stuff like that. But I don't think their defense will be that great the rest of the year. Uh,
That,
I think it'll be good enough to not get the first overall pick is the issue, but I think it'll be good enough.
everybody likes the Falcons, and we might have been wrong about Ritter to start, but
We were.
he has not played great the last week or two. So
He
all of
is
a
not.
sudden, now
He
it's
is an
like, oh,
issue.
wait a second, maybe we were right about Ritter.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are
Yeah.
our thoughts on the Jones, the bad boy
The Joneson
Jones of the league.
Osmosis Jones.